Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is me, Heather, your favorite and only denture diva there is out there. Before I get started on talking about bone spurs and bone chips and what's the difference, don't forget to subscribe, guys. Subscribe and click that tiny little bell button, because if not, you guys are gonna miss my videos and my giveaways. I just started doing a monthly subscriber giveaway, where the person who is most involved, as long as they have a good attitude and they're positive and they're actually helping people, and just you don't have to give advice. Just be a part of it because I just want to get to know you guys. Then I pick the winner of who's most involved. And then they win the giveaway. So I'm going to do that monthly from here on out until further notice of something happens. But again, don't forget to subscribe. Click that tiny damn little bell button, guys. Click it. And you won't miss anything I do. Because, I do everything. Let's be real. So, so many people recently, because there's a lot of people right now, because of, with COVID, people are able to go to the dentist now and all that stuff, that everybody's gone through full mouth extractions or half mouth or whatever you're doing. And there's bone chips and bone spurs. Now, there is a difference. Bone spurs is like when your jaw is healing and the bone is moving and filling into the sockets, a little part of your bone of your jaw will pop out of your gum. Don't pull that. If you do think it's a bone spur and you try to pull it and it doesn't come out, don't touch it. Go to your dentist, get it filed down. It's not a procedure of any kind. It's just a simple boop boop file into your gum. You barely touch it just to help it move into the spot it needs to go to. Now, bone chips are those slivers that come after extraction. So many people ask, well, how long does it last for? Depends on your body, guys, and it depends on your procedure and what happens. Bone chips are when the tooth comes out and little fragments of your jaw or teeth get stuck in there. Your body forces it and pushes it out. Normally they come out on their own. Yes, they are painful, especially if you have immediate dentures sitting on top of them. They absolutely can be painful. If you put xoxoxox right on them and right around that gum, wait 5 minutes before you pop in that denture, pop in your denture, you should be good to go. Or you could try pulling it out. Do not pull it out unless it's coming out of your skin. Like, don't be digging up in there and cause yourself an infection and shit. Don't do that. All you have to do is take a sterilized tweezer, make sure it's sterilized. What I do is I like take a lighter and I totally set it on fire. Well, no, I sterilize it. Then I take alcohol, pure alcohol, not like drinking alcohol, but like alcohol, rubbing alcohol, and I pour it on it, let it soak. Sterilize the shit out of it. Because it's going in your mouth, boo. Okay? Let's prevent infections. So many people are like, oh, it'll never happen to me. People think nothing will ever happen to them. Stop thinking that way, bro. Can you stop thinking that way? Because shit's gonna happen to anybody. Different. Better. Even though sometimes you're like, oh, that didn't happen to me. Go ahead and do it. Doesn't mean it's not going to happen. So please, for the love of God, clean the shit that goes in your mouth, including your denture, please. Thank you. Good job. But all you have to do is take sterilized tweezers, and it's hard for ones you can't see. So if ones you can see, leave it for a few days. See if it works out on itself, because a lot of mine did. There's one that was super painful, and that I went to the dentist because I couldn't see. It was far back, and he just did a quick boop, and it came right out. What I've noticed is it quite happens to the molars more. I don't know why. Probably because there's more tooth, more jaw, more effort gets put into pushing them out and pulling them, and things break and shit happens. Let's be real. But if you take your sterilized tweezers and if you can see the bone chip, and you grab onto it, if it doesn't come out, guys, that's a bone spur. Go to your dentist. They'll just do a little quick file, and then the rest of your bone will fill into this thing. Sometimes your jaw goes YOLO, and it does its own thing. There's no rhyme or reason for any of this, guys, at all. And people say, how long does it take for it to come out? Like the bone chips. Again, it depends on your body. Your body pushes it out. So it takes time. I've noticed that if you baby things, that it's going to take longer. Because I've noticed when I wore my dentures and I just screw it, and I put xoxoxox on and I just kept going through my day, in 2 days it came out on its own. Some people won't get any. Some people will get a few. Some people will get a crap load. It really depends on the way it is. But all you have to do is just grab it and slowly pull it right out, and it'll come right out. I've done that a couple times in my life. Even before these, when I got my wisdom teeth pulled, that's when I had my first bone chip. And I was like, I don't know if this is normal, boo, but I'm going to take that shit out. And I did. I pulled out, and it was it just never ended. I was pulling it, and I was like, oh, why is it still coming? Why is it still coming? And it was a long-ass piece. Like, it had to have been from, like, here to here. I'm not even kidding. And it was, like, long and pointy at the end. And I'm like, damn, how'd you fit back there, boo? I don't know. But it does heal very, very quickly. Once it comes out, guys, you might not even notice they're coming out. Like, it might be hurting one day, and then all of a sudden you'll realize, wow, it doesn't hurt anymore. Is it there? And then you'll take your tongue, like everybody does, and then go feeling around for buried treasure of your bone chips, and then you'll notice it's gone. They do come out on their own. Where the hell did they go? You could swallow it. Who the hell knows? I have no idea. Is it dangerous to swallow them? I mean, you shouldn't, but it shouldn't be that big of a deal at all. Unless you're swallowing like 30 of them, but you shouldn't even have that many. If you have that many, then it means somebody screwed up on your surgery. Let's be real. Because if you have so many bone chips, that's ridiculous. It shouldn't be like that at all. But it is such a common thing, guys. Everybody gets it. Nobody has any idea how long they last for. I know people that have gotten it up to 6 months. I know people that only had it for the first 2 weeks. And I also know people that, one day they had one day they didn't. Somebody had them for like a week. It just depends on the person and their procedure and their body. Really, your body is your temple. I'm going to be flat out real with you guys. If you treat your body well and you take care of it and you listen to your body, which, let's be real, a lot of us don't. I don't. I push myself, guys, like you don't understand. I'm exhausted half the time. Like, thank God for makeup, because I would look like shit. Have you guys seen me look like crap, please? I don't care. Do you think this girl cares? No, not at all. I only look like this because I did a video for you guys, and I'm doing a video right after that of this. So there are things that you guys too. Somebody brought up Arnicare. I don't know really what it is. It's to numb pain, and I think it's a topical. And I think it's also a mouthwash. I'm not really sure, but it is dangerous, guys, so please beware if you do use it, because a lot of people say it works, but if you actually read the warning on it, it's meant for short-term use only, and it can cause severe poisoning, which I thought was crazy. But as long as you use it short-term, you dilute it, and you go from there, it shouldn't be that problem. You guys got to understand the products that are on the market, like as far as pain goes, and topical stuff for, pain reliever of our mouths, and no matter what's on the market, is not meant for long-term use when it comes to especially our world or even the first aid aisle. Everything is meant for short-term use. You do not use it every day for the rest of your life. Look at Neosporin. My pharmacist and my doctor even told me that it could cause toxicity if people use it on like severe open wounds and certain stuff. Like, it can cause major problems. So always read the back of the warning. Always read the warning, guys. Always. And make sure you do what it says, because it's not a suggestion. So many people are like, oh, well, I've used it all the time, so I've never had a problem. Boo, it doesn't mean you're not going to have a problem. Doesn't mean the person the next to you is not going to have a problem. They put it out there to cover their ass, because if something does happen, they're not blamed for it, the company. But especially when I tell you guys about benzocaine, don't freaking use that. So many people are like, well, I don't have a problem with it. Great, boo. I'm glad that you never had a problem with it, but I'm just giving you a heads up of the warning of it. It can cause a certain blood anemia that takes away oxygen from your blood, and it can kill you. And it's not rare. It's actually common. I've looked it up. I did my research. I did many videos on it, if you guys want to check it out. But you need to stay away from anything with benzocaine in it. And benzocaine is in Benzodent. So please make sure you guys are reading the warning labels. And if you see things online, like some people don't give warnings out. Some people don't do any of that. I think that's part of YouTube that you have to. But if people are suggesting things, not even just YouTube videos, in life, the dentist, anywhere, always make sure you read the back and get the information, because if something works for them, you might be allergic to something and you're not thinking it would be in there. Like, that's happened to a few people I know, where they didn't know a certain medication would be in something that they're going to use, and they go to use it and they end up having severe allergic reaction because what they're allergic to is in that product they just used. So make sure you guys always read the warning labels on things, please. Always. Even if it's freaking mouthwash. I don't care if it's a freaking damn toothbrush. First of all, if there's a warning on your damn toothbrush, don't use it. Jesus, that's weird. Warning, this toothbrush may explode. I think I would get that toothbrush to see if it would explode. Yes, I'm that kind of person. Wondering why they'd be selling a toothbrush that explodes. Don't even know why I'm talking about it, but it seems funny to me. But there's a lot of things we go through in this process, guys, and something that might seem big and huge and life-altering right now is because it's new to you, but it's not dangerous. Bone spurs and bone fragments, shards are not going to kill you. It's not going to cause damage. It's beyond so rare if it would have caused damage. First of all, bone spurs alone is rare. Everybody talks about bone spurs like it's bone fragments. They're two separate things. Bone spurs are when your jaw, again, comes out of your gum by like, not like hardcore guys, but like it comes out like you would think it's a bone fragment, but it's not. And the dentist, like it happened to me, no joke. My Tupperware just fell, whatever. But my dentist, all he did was file a little down. No Novocaine, no nothing, just a quick boop, boop. And I was done, just to get it in the gum, because you guys got to understand, our sockets that now have holes in it have to be filled with our jaw. And it's actually pretty freaking cool that our body heals itself. I mean, if you think about it, that's pretty badass. Look at the bone fragments. Our body pushes out loose bone on its own and forces it out. Look at splinters that we get in our skin. Normally they come out on their own in time, but they're so painful, we just do it ourselves. Because that shit hurts. I remember when I was a kid, I just constantly got splinters all the damn time from my deck. And I was constantly pulling them out of my feet because I was constantly barefoot. I mean, you're a kid. What the hell are you wearing shoes for? Like, that's how I look at it. But the world is different now. But don't worry about this, because it'll go away in a couple days. I'm going to be real. And, you know, if there's something you can't see, like there's some that I couldn't see. And I'm not going to go in blindly. Like, you know what I mean? I want to, like, I don't want to, especially with you have open sockets, you don't want to go in there blindly, pull out a fragment, and just pulled out your blood clot. Like, who the hell wants that? Explain that to your dentist. Be like, oh, I thought it was a fragment. It was my blood clot. Great, boo. Now you got dry socket. So if you can't see anything, please, guys, make sure you go to your dentist. I'm not a dentist. I would never do that for a living. Just saying. Ew. But, you know, everything that I went through, I just want to help you guys. And I tell you guys all the time, I went through this alone. And I had no idea. Luckily, when I was a teenager, I got my wisdom teeth out, I knew what fragments were. And I'm telling you, man, I had one right here when I first got this shit done. I was ignoring it. I was like, whatever. There was a fragment and a spur. And the fragment eventually came out on its own within a few days. It was like 4 or 5 days, I think it was. And then I was like, what the fuck is this now? But I felt it with my tongue, and I saw that it was actually part of my jaw. So instead of me going to the dentist, I was like, you know what, if it comes out more, you know, obviously I'll go to the dentist. I'm going to give it a minute. And that was my constant sore spot. This and this was my constant sore spot. And then I saw that it was going into it, and it got a lot better. It actually took forever to get better. Back here, healed so slowly. Like when boo. See me. You need to see me right now. I'm not playing, because that took forever. That took motherfucking forever for the back to heal. It wasn't even my wisdom tooth, because that came out years ago. Decades ago. Like this, I think it's still healing too, because the far back where, you know, the palate go, like where it ends and the jaw ends, right there is still pointy. Like, what the freaking hell, man? Body, get it together. But I was also on an autoimmune suppressant for like 8 months or something like that. So my body is very slow healing right now until my body recuperates from being on something that smashes your immune system down. But just know your body is an amazing healer. And when people around you tell you to use salt warm water, that is a natural antiseptic and a natural healing agent. Don't overdo it either, because you're going to get dry mouth and the shit's going to, it's going to suck. It's going to suck. So just use like a half a teaspoon maybe, if that, of salt and warm water and just swish. I shook my head. When I first got extractions, I didn't even swish, because homie don't want to mess with that. No boo. So I just went, granted I gave myself headaches a lot, but it is what it is. And it cleaned everything out. Once you hit 7 days after extractions, don't do salt warm water 4 or 5 times a day. Do it like 2-3 times a day. And then when you're at 2 weeks, you can just stop doing it. Because by then you should have the skin covering over those sockets. I mean, The front, honestly, within a couple days, those were completely done. If you do get stitches, they heal way faster. If you don't get stitches, like I didn't get stitches for my top because I had a massive infection. They wanted everything to drain out. If you stitch it, it's going to stay where it is and it ain't going to drain. So the front healed very quickly. The back took forever and a day. Forever. Like there's still the way back ones aren't fully healed over with my jawbone yet, which is annoying as shit. But just know, your guys, when you get slivers, it'll come out on its own. And if it doesn't within a few days or so, I would definitely, if you can't reach it yourself, that's what I mean. If you can't reach it yourself, go see your dentist. He'll easily pull it out. Normally, they do an x-ray first. The x-ray first just to make sure it's not your jawbone. That's what they did to me, actually. My dentist, story time. My dentist, when right down here, we thought it was a bone spur. Because, I mean, it looked like a bone spur. It was like sharp and pointy coming out. It was flat. Like it looked like a bone spur. And he was pulling it. And I mean, he pulled hard. Like my face was going to cut. My jaw was going to come with him. And he was like, we're going to see something. And that's when he x-rayed it. And he goes, yeah, it's your jawbone. He goes, I'm going to file that down. He goes, that's crazy though. He goes, it's weird how it did that. Because it was quite a bit. It wasn't just a tad. So, but it's an easy fix. It's easy. It's just the only thing that sucks is when your denture sits on top of it and the pain blows. But I do know the more you eat, the more it pushes it out. That I know because I tried that theory and it's a fact. Because I remember, I don't care if it hurt. Listen, I'm the type of person that if I'm in pain, I push the frick through it. I don't bitch. I don't complain. I don't do whatever. Unless I'm like, something's seriously wrong, like an organ's having an issue or something, I don't complain about it. I don't bring it up. So any pain with my mouth, I never talked to my dentist about it. I never said anything to anybody. I just pushed the frick through it. And that is what made my journey as good as it did. Because I didn't baby myself. I like toughened up. And I was like, whatever, the pain will pass. The pain will pass. This is just healing. This is just healing. And all the research I did and everything that I've gone through, I pushed through it. And it was true. It doesn't last at all. It's just, you can take them out for comfort. You could put, you know, pain reliever right there as long as it doesn't have benzocaine in it. There is mouth sore, what is that called? Oral-B. Oral-B. If you guys saw my other video, Oral-B has a video. Good Lord Jesus. I put it in my video. But Oral-B has a new mouthwash that's been out for a few months now. It says mouth sores on it. And it's a white, round little bottle. And it says mouth sores. And it's freaking amazing, guys. Go get it. It's at every store. But it's probably cheaper at Walmart. Everything's cheaper at Walmart, guys. Just go to Walmart and see what they got. And Walmart normally has more crap than freaking anywhere else. So go to Walmart in the dental section. You'll see the whole denture section. And it's freaking amazingly huge. But yeah, if you guys have any more questions about bone spurs and bone fragments, comment down below. Of course, I'll answer you. If there's any certain videos you guys would like to see or know about anything, again, comment down below or in the description, the arrow next to the title of this video. Click on it. It's every way you can possibly contact me in the internet world. And just have at it. Get a hold of me. Talk to me about anything. Have any questions? If I can help you, I can help you. If not, I can ask my dental friends and see if they have answers for you, or I can refer you to somebody and go from there. But I hope this video helped you guys. I really do. If not, sorry, that's all I got. There's not much you guys can do with bone spurs and bone fragments. I mean, bone spurs is just a quick file from the dentist, and fragments you just slide and pull out and call it good. Or they come out naturally on their own. There's not a whole lot you can do about them, but you can do something about your pain relief. And ibuprofen, if you're not allergic to it, is the best thing. But make sure you eat beforehand because they do cause stomach ulcers. So don't use them long term at all. And yeah, that's all I got, guys. That's all I got for you. I hope you guys have a great day. God bless. Stay safe, guys. Later.